that I needed to get things correct. This time when we are doing our trading classes, we are not going to be basing so much on TradingView alone. This time, since exchanges have extra data, we are going to be using exchanges to be our learning areas. So on my chart, if you can see very well, I have the Binance exchange, and with me is my TradingView application that has already been connected this side. And I could still go back to all the previous data centers that we can be able to get from an exchange. I will just take you back where I came from so that we can be able to learn together, but also most importantly, so that we can be able to see the same information basically at the same time. So I was specific. I picked Bitcoin. Sorry, not Bitcoin specifically. I picked BNB. And yesterday, we were putting our focus on what we call order books. And this is an order book. I think all of us can see here. I'm using a PC today, like I promised. And with the order book here, you can see these are the prices. And this is the total. And this is the amount in BNB. And here, what you see in red on this side, they are basically the askers, the people that are selling. And what you see here, this is the amount of BNB that this guy is selling. But here is the total. So whenever a sale happens, the previous sale is added to the next sale. Okay? And that means that the challenge with the PC here is that it does not bring the two together. So if I want to see the other side, then I needed to scroll down. If I want to see the other side of the game, then I need to now get here. Then I needed to get here to be able to see. I need to get here to be able to see what is happening down this side. Down this side. So Binance is not conducive. It is, let me see if I could change. Okay. What it provides, let me see if I could. What it provides as okay. I'm trying to see if I could find a better way to teach you this, but the display of the exchange here is not giving me a comfortable move. So I'm just trying to look at ways on how I could maneuver through. But okay, these are the order blocks, and you need, if you want to have a successful use of these order blocks, you must be able to basically see. Let me use a cumulative mechanism so that I could be able to see better. Okay, I'm trying to find a better way I could teach this. That's why I'm trying to use a multi-chart. Okay, I will maneuver. I will maneuver. I will maneuver. Now, what we have done here on my chart, just to not to spend a lot of time on something, what I have done here, I've decided to use a laptop to present to you, not a phone like yesterday. And here is the original version. It is the original version of Binance when you want to look at the charts. When you want to look at the chart. Okay. Now, the beauty that why this time around, I want us to use an exchange while doing our technical analysis. The reason why I want us to use an exchange. So you basically open up, for example, because I see someone is asking me already, you come, you open up your Binance account. For example, this is my Binance. Okay. This is my Binance account. I don't want to leave anyone behind. I've used the PC to open. I can also use a phone, but I've used the laptop to open so that I could teach better. So this is the Binance account. So here it has markets overview, trading data. All these are here. It has top gainers. It has coins that have top volume in the market. And here, there are categories, okay? Down here, there are categories, okay? There are categories. Solana. These are these ones. They are real world assets. These are memes. These are coins used for payments. This is AI. This is layer 1, layer 2. Now, I may not go into so much details, but I could explain. Okay, these are layer 1s, layer 2. Now, a layer 1 is a cryptocurrency. For example, Ethereum is a layer 1. Now, a cryptocurrency built on top of Ethereum is a layer 2. Am I making things easy? As simple as that. So there is no magic. I don't want someone to get into. So this is metaverse. So, when it comes to cryptocurrencies, we say it in our definition. If I want to take you back, we say the cryptocurrency has its own features, because I don't want to cause confusion, and use. Now, when you come here and you want to be specific, because market sentiment, for example, in 2020, what caused the bull run was DeFi, decentralized finance. Cryptocurrencies that were looking at decentralized finance, like in that year, a coin called YFI, it performed higher than Bitcoin. It was higher in price than Bitcoin. Because why? The market sentiment or the fundamental analysis that forced buyers to come into the market was looking through. This year, because this cycle is 2024, 2025. That's the cycle. The bull run cycle is 2024, 2025. Okay, that is the cycle. But you need to know, when we talk about the cycle of a bull run, because that's where now people get confused. When we talk about the cycle of the bull run, it doesn't mean that the market will be just continuously going up like this, because that's what most people keep on asking themselves. The market will be going up and retracing, 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 going up and retracing. But the general picture of the market will be that buyers remain stronger than sellers. Even when we shall go back to the bear market, it is true, the market will be moving in a downward position. And that's where I want us to focus. But the difference will be that the sellers will be stronger than the buyers. Now, what we are having so far in the market that I want us all to understand is that the buyers are stronger than the sellers. No matter that through the movement, the market will not just form a straight line where only buyers and buyers and buyers and buyers are forming up. Am I making it clear? Give me one in the chat if I'm clear. People keep on asking, when will it be? We already on an upward movement of the market. What we have not yet experienced, because that's where the clear picture needs to be. What we have not yet experienced is the ability where we have more retailers in the market, because the retailers have not yet come in the market. Why? Now, this takes me back to some little fundamental and sentimental analysis. There are factors now that are affecting, that are causing the fear. That's why when we go back to CoinMarketCap, and we shall see that the fear and the greed index could now be either neutral or fearful. People are not greedy. So since these retailers are not yet in the market, and the reason is simple, the general atmosphere of the world, the general atmosphere of the world in business, the general atmosphere of the world in business, there is less money in the economy. There is less money in the economy. Although we have had countries like China lower down their interest rates to over around 0.25, we have had countries like Canada lower down their interest rates to 0.25. We have these other factors that are affecting money movement in the financial market. There are other factors. I don't want to go them. Factors like wars, they affect money movement. Although yesterday we had a country like El Salvador decide to say it's going to do business with Russia using cryptocurrency. This is key, but it does not move in big funds in the marketplace. One of the biggest factors that will cause markets to do better and faster is the ability of the Federal Reserve of USA to lower down interest rates. And once the interest rates are lowered down, it means people will be able to go and borrow money and then bring the money in the markets. Give me a 2 in the chat if I'm making this clear. Now, you'll find that the markets so far, who are affecting the markets? Who are causing? Because we need to know who is buying, who is causing markets to rise a little bit. Who is buying? Who are buying? The people that are now into the markets are what we call institutions. They are what we call institutions. And these institutions came because of the Bitcoin ETFs, the exchange-traded funds, the Ethereum ETFs, the exchange-traded funds of Ethereum. The institutional buyers are the ones that are trying to buy in the market. So the retailers are not yet in the market. Why? Because the retailers do not have cash. We need cash in the market. Friends, for markets to do well, we need liquidity. We need money to flow into the markets. I don't know, am I making it clear? I'm answering a question that people keep asking me every day. We need liquidity. And the only way me I see how liquidity will flow into the market is by the Federal Reserve deciding to lower interest rates. I want to give you confidence. Yesterday, these guys refused to lower the interest rates, and they also refused to hike the interest rates. And because of these friends, the market remained neutral because there were no funds that are going to flow into the market. And I want to give you confidence that the Federal Reserve must lower down the interest rates if they want the economy to survive, so that more money can flow into the market. Give me a one in the chat. So because of this, the market is boring. The word is that the markets are boring. The markets are boring. Because why? There is no liquidity. The markets are boring. But on the other side, I want to give you confidence, because some of you are just shivering for nothing. I want to give you confidence. Although the markets are boring, the markets is not dumping. There is a retracement in the market, but first on fact, the market is not dumping. If you are getting into floating loss, you are not getting into a floating loss of 80%, 60%. Your floating losses are could go between 5 to 20%. Give me a yes in the chat if it's what you are realizing. From your entry, when the market drops, it will move in that average. The market is not dropping. It is not giving you profit very fast. It is also at the same time not giving you negativity so much at the same time, because the market is boring. Why? Because there is no liquidity. Although the market is positive, everybody is positive about the market, factors that could cause the market to go up are variable. There are factors, friends, that everybody could say, because of these factors, we expect the markets to do better. But the markets are not moving simply because there is no liquidity in the markets. Now, someone is saying, I'm worried if we are going to depend. We are not depending on the USA. But we are not depending on USA. We are not saying that if USA doesn't come to the markets will not do well. No. But we need to understand that who is the most powerful in the game. Am I making it clear? Who has more power in financial markets than anybody else in the market? That's why I'm talking about USA. I want us to understand that all of us across the world, how many of us are paying attention to the USA elections? Now, these are extra factors that affect financial markets. They affect Forex. Let me ask, how many of us are seeing that news across the world is seated on the US elections? Now, these are just general knowledge that you need to know. And so, you need to understand, wherever you are, there is someone who dominates a certain sector. I'm trying to answer my brother Central. So USA dominates the financial markets in terms of liquidity. When it comes to my African continent, even some of you, we are still here to convince you that cryptocurrency is real. Am I making sense to someone? Some of you, we are still even here. We need to do a lot of work to convince you that cryptocurrency is real. Give me a yes in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. That when you meet people to speak to them about cryptocurrency, you need to convince them that cryptocurrency is real. And because of that factor, you need to understand that it takes us a lot of energy to move markets. We do not have power against markets because we are not yet at an area where that we believe in cryptocurrency, that we believe in financial markets. Up to today, you meet someone and someone says, even Forex is not real. Forex trading is not real. Bonds are not real. I don't know if I'm making sense to someone. But the beauty is where the market is that the market, there is low liquidity in the market. There is low momentum. I think the right word would be low momentum. There is low momentum in the market. And I've given you my simple reason. To me, the retailers in the markets are not yet in. The retailers are small buyers. The small buyers are not yet in the market. Although the big buyers could be a little bit more positive. Yes, they could be a little bit more positive. The venture capitalists have started to enter the market. These were people who usually come in faster in the markets. They have already started to come in the markets. But the markets are boring. The markets are boring. Okay. If you have understood, give me a yes in the chat. If you have understood, give me a yes in the chat. Now I want to go to why I'm here. So people who are writing to me, my coin is not selling. My coin is not selling. It has been not control the markets. I don't know if I'm loud and clear about that. We do not control the markets. The reason why your coin is not selling is simple. There is less money in circulation. There is less money in the markets. And you just need to be patient about that. Am I clear? Am I clear? Now I want to go back to why I'm here. Give me a yes in the chat if I'm clear. So, as you remain patient for markets to recover, as you remain patient for markets to recover, as you remain patient for markets to recover, you will start to see serious business. And I want to make this very clear, me, before I continue. You will start to see serious business. When I talk about serious business, you'll start to see markets doing faster, coins moving much more faster, only when, me, that's where I believe the power will be. It is my personal sentiment. Only when the Federal Reserve of US lowers interest rates. We need liquidity to flow in the market. And like I said in my previous scenarios, me, I believe in around September. Around September, that's where me, I expect. And I expect the markets to do so well in November and December this year. Here, I expect the markets to do maximally very well. I personally expect that if all goes as expected, in good market conditions, we could say a minimum of closing this year when Bitcoin is at $100,000. at $100,000. And so, like we explained yesterday, go to our YouTube channel, the Crypto Ambassadors. Go to the YouTube channel, the Crypto Ambassadors. If you are this person who wants profit per day, use that strategy of start small, win big. I'm not going to that for now. Now, why are we here? We are here to finalize what we call order books. How we look at them and how we use them to analyze the market. We do not use them to enter the market. I need to be very clear. We do not use order books to enter the market. Order books give us a picture on how the people that are bidding to buy and how the people that are bidding to sell are behaving in the market. And since we can see how the buyers are bidding to buy and how the sellers are bidding to sell, it gives us understanding on what we expect to happen in the market, and then we carry out an informed decision. Now, let's go to order books and finalize that topic. Good. Now, here, this is Binance, this is market, this is overview, this is trading data. You can use these areas the way you want them. But what we want to put our focus on, we want to put our focus on the markets. So this is just trading data. So trading data is just top information of the market. Here it gives you hot coins. Here it gives you top gainers. Here it gives you top losers. Like it happens in your Royal Q account. When you go to your Royal Q will be able to give you at least it removed off hot coins. But it will give you coins that are doing poorly in percentage in the last 24 hours. In the last 24 hours, you'll be able to see coins that are doing well in percentage. Okay, and coins that are doing well. So, for example, now in the last 1 hour, the coin that is doing well is DCR. And so I want to analyze DCR. So I will tap on DCR. And the trade of DCR will open up. Okay, I'm using an exchange. Now, when the trade of DCR opens up, it could come in what we call original. This is the original chart. This is the original chart. So this is the original chart. The original chart is the chart run by the exchange. And I can scroll down here. It's the chart run by the exchange. This is the exchange. And in here, like we are going to be, I told you this time around, we are going to use our trading view, but on an exchange. So here, this is the exchange. In the exchange here, it has what we call moving averages, okay, which we are going to discuss in our coming classes. Okay, these are moving average. This is a 7 moving average, a 25 moving average, and a 99 moving average. And people who are using Android phones in your Royal Q, how many of you concur with me? People who are using Royal Q, how many of you concur with me that when you open your Royal Q account, you can see these, the 7 moving average, the 25 moving average, and the 99 moving average when you tap on MA. When you tap on MA and open a coin, you will see these 3, okay? These you can have here, and also you can have in your what? In your Royal Q account. But this time round in our classes, we are not going to be looking at this chart that is original. We are going to be looking at this chart using a trading view perspective. So what I'm going to do, friend, I'm going to clear my drawings. I'll move this. Then I'm going to tap on trading view. Yesterday I showed you on the phone. So now my charts are now using a trading view perspective. And here on the trading view, here we have the times, here we have the indicators, all the indicators. Here we have indicators. Let me see. Here we have indicators. Here we have display settings. How do you want your display to look like? Here we have display settings. How do you want your display to look like? Here we have candles. Here we have a snapshot. Here we have what? Here we have a compare, but then I don't need it. I don't want to compare anything. No. Okay. Now, these we are going to go into details. Okay, we are going to come here, spend some more time in our coming classes and go into details about this. So no one should take me through these details. I want to understand here. I want to understand here. At the right time, I'm going to come and discuss that. Okay. All right. And I will show you how you can basically be able to connect your trading view that you have the other side to your exchange. But what I'm trying to do here is just to bring the trading view. I've not connected my trading view to my exchange. I'm moving very slow. I'm just using the view of trading view. I'm not connecting my trading view to my exchange. And when it will come to the time of connecting, we shall get there. Now, our focus is basically on order. What are order books? Order books, this is the place where we see how the sellers are behaving and how they are behaving. Then we compare it with the market. Markets. Using a PC to share with you. Here on the top of my screen, I'm not using a phone, here on the top of my screen, they are giving us 3 types of display. Okay, and you have a choice to pick any display you want. Okay, so let me go there very fast. So here in the corner, it says I can choose only the sell orders. So I'll be able to see the sell orders. And inside this sell order, there is something that is very common, and I want us to pay close attention. And that's where I want us to put our time and our focus. 3 things appear here. And that's where I want everybody to see the price. Can we see the price? Give me a 1 in the chat if you are seeing the price. The price. The price. And here is the amount. And here is the total. This is the amount of the DRC coin. And so people are putting in prices at which they want to sell. Am I giving an answer to someone? They are putting in prices at which they want to sell. But at the same time, I can be able to get back here. Let me get this off. I can get back here and I look at the buyers. And here, people are putting up prices at which they are buying at. And so you will notice, let me try to pull it down a little bit. You will notice on top here, we have the current price. Here, we have the current price. And so people are buying. People are buying at this current price here. You can see. I hope you can see. So the behavior, what you are trying, the reason why you want to look at order books, you are trying to look at the behavior of the buyers versus the behavior of the sellers. I don't know if I'm making sense to someone. You want to see who has the biggest type. Can we all see that the wall of the buyers here is a little bit stronger than the walls of the sellers up there? Can we see? This is the tide of the buyer. But can you see this is the tide of the sellers? It means that this is trying to signify for you that the buyers are stronger than the sellers. The biggest question is, what you see here, does it reflect what you see here? Because give me some answers in the chat. What you see happening here on this tide or this wall, this one, does it reflect what you see here? Because this is supposed to show you who is doing better. You see the wall of the buyers. Sorry, the challenge with this, I don't know, but let me see. Another exchange could give a better perspective. Let me see what this arrow does here to either widen, because I know Binance may not be allowing us to. Good, good. Finally, I have hit the jackpot. Finally, I have hit the jackpot. Finally, I have hit the jackpot. You know, I was like, okay. Now the jackpot is here. I've hit the jackpot. On this side, we have buyers. We have the price, we have the amount, we have the total, we have the sum total. On this side, we have sellers. We have the price at which they are selling, we have the amount, we have the total in USDT. The total in USDT. It is the total, the amount, the total. And here, we also have the sum total. The sum total. Now, look clearly here, friends. And now here, as a trader, especially those who spend time on manual trading, you must pay close attention to find out who is winning the race by just looking with your naked eyes. But the phone, the other side, I don't know, here on the exchange, it doesn't provide. On the phone, they give the percentage. Yesterday, I showed you the percentage. But if you decide to use this, like here I've opened, you need to just watch. You watch. Where do you watch? Where do you put your eyes? You put your eyes on the most important part. One, you put the price. You put your time on the price, and you put who has seen. Do you see this amount here? Do you see this amount here? Someone has put in $1,777. Someone comes in with 37. So this one is putting in a price. This one wants to sell at, this one is 38. Okay. Now, the reason why the market is not moving, because if you could see with your naked eyes, it's like the buyers and the sellers are equal. I'm not writing anything. My brother, me, I'm not writing anything. If you are not seeing clearly, you need to double tap your screen. I have a question. You need to double tap your screen to see very well. Double tap in your screen so that it becomes very clear if you're using a phone. Those of you who are using phones and you cannot see, touch in the middle of your screen and tap like 10 times or twice. Is it clear now? Those of you who are not seeing, because I'm using a PC, touch in the middle of your screen and they call it what? Widening. You put up, I don't know. Have I made it clear? Those of you who are using your phones, double tap. No, because you are not double tapping. Just double click. When you double click in the screen, it becomes clear. Then you zoom it and see. On your phone, I cannot do it for you. The reason why I use a PC is to get a bigger display. Now, are we watching, friends? I have a question. According to this tide, I want you to put your focus on the tide, this one. According to the tide, this one that you see, who are buying? Is it the sellers in control or you see the buyers in control? What do you see? Because now this is just observation. Eh? Who is doing better? Is it buyers in control or is it sellers in control? You need to put your time on the focus, you put your time on the prices, you put your time, your time on the prices. You could also put your time on the amounts that are being bought, and you'll find that there will always be someone who's doing better than the other. It's 50-50. But now the reason why we are getting this is because we went specific without looking at the markets. But you'll find that the sellers are back in the game. And the reason why we use the robot to trade is that you don't need to go into all this. Imagine you need to spend some good time here. Yeah, the sellers are a little bit back in the market, a little bit compared to the buyers. The sellers are a little bit in the market. The sellers are a little bit in the market compared to the buyers. And that's why you see the price is coming down a little bit because we are in the 4-hour time frame. But if we just go to the 15 minutes time frame, you'll be getting a different perspective. So the sellers are a little bit back in the market. And this, if you want to get it clearly, you can tap on this arrow here because you need to be looking at the market at the same time looking at the order books. The order books are just giving you what the buyers are doing in the market. And by looking at how prices are moving, you see here, the prices are moving here. You could see that this side is doing better than this one. So now I've gone back to the order book. Here we have the sell order and here we have the buy order. So you put your focus on the price movements at which the buyers are buying, and also you put your area at the price at which the sellers are selling. You'll find that the sellers are back in the game, although the buyers are trying to refuse. Now, manual traders put in time. If I could be able to notice this for some time, I could decide either to take a long in terms of, if I want to, in terms of features, a long means I want to buy low and sell high. Or I could decide to take a short. Now, when you look at these prices, the buyers are buying. This is the current buyer buying at this price, but this seller wants to sell at this price. This seller wants to sell at this price. Yeah, they are pressing in their orders. They are pressing in their orders. They want to sell at this price. The buyers are also pressing in their orders to buy at this price. And so when you get back and compare it with the market, the challenge with Binance, it is not giving a better perspective about what I'm looking for. Okay, if you try to compare this, and it doesn't, there are so many things it doesn't allow me to do. Okay, I need to bear. Now, I need to bear. But basically, you need to be looking at how buyers are behaving, comparing them to what you see in the chart. And confidently, I would still take a buy order in here. Because generally, if I scroll this down a little bit for you, let me just bring it like this. When I bring these buyers in here, the buyers are pressing in their orders and they are very serious to push this price up compared to the sellers. So the buyers are more dominant using other tools like the MACD, using other tools like the moving averages. Give me a one in the chat, but I'm not yet discussing moving averages, but I'm trying to look at the behavior of the buyers versus the behavior of the sellers. And generally, Does the indicator, which indicator? Does the order indicator? It's not an indicator. It depends on the time frame you have chosen. If I go back to 1 hour, my brother, you'll be seeing a different perspective. Can you see that? You'll be seeing a different perspective. You'll be seeing a different perspective. But the orders here, they will still be flowing as they are flowing normally in the market. They will show you as they are flowing. They will not show you depending on the time zone. But the market will be showing you depending on your time zone. I don't know if I'm clear. The market will show you depending on the time you have chosen, but the orders will be flowing in as they flow in. As people are buying, as people are selling, that's what will be reflecting. I don't know if we are able to learn something. So basically, these are order blocks. They form what we call a tidal wave. And this tidal wave would be reflecting how the buyers are behaving and how the sellers are behaving. And basically, you will see if you are looking here, just a little bit close to the pictures. Let me try to move a little bit close to the pictures. Now, this is the last order that is being made, and also this is the last order that's being made. You would see the tide of the buyers is stronger than the tide of the sellers. The tide, this tide, I don't know what I can do to explain. The tide, this tide here, this one, the tide of the buyers is stronger than the tide of the sellers. And so it means that the buyers are more than the sellers in the market. No, I will get to time frames. I know people don't like these classes. Eh? I know people don't like these classes. So it helps you as a trader if you are coming in here to look at the markets to see, oh, is in charge? Is it the buyers? Who is in charge? Is it the sellers? But also here on the exchange, it also gives you more data. And I want to show you that. You could still go back here. Let me show you that. You could still go back here and tap on trading data. You can still come back and tap here on trading data. And here on trading data, in the 15 minutes time frame, it shows you who is in charge. It shows you money flow. And we see this, friends, it shows you money flow. Okay, it shows you money flow. And it shows you that in the 15 minutes, who are in more? They have large orders. So here on large order, you can see that people who are buying DRC versus the people that are selling are more than the people that are buying. Can you see that in the 15 minutes? Then when we decide to go in more, money flow, how money is flowing. Let me say in the 4-hour time frame. You can still see that in the 4-hour time frame, you can see that the large data, the people that are buying with large amounts, the sellers are more than the buyers. The people that are buying with medium capital, the buyers are more than the sellers. The people that are buying in with small funds, the buyers are more than the sellers. The total, the buyers are more than the sellers, but you see with a very small percentage. Are we learning? Now, when you get all this trading data, the information, it helps you make a better informed decision. Am I teaching or I'm confusing you? Let me know. Am I teaching or I'm confusing? Let me know. You know, sometimes you can feel that you are. Now, friends, what I'm doing, someone says it's confusing. What I'm doing is technical analysis. we are trying to look at, in the technical analysis, we are trying to look at how the markets are behaving to help us take a decision. Because someone is saying I'm doing both. No, I will discuss time frame. I'm not discussing anything. I will discuss time frame. So I can just, now the other side, I was looking at the chart. Now here, what you see on my screen is the order blocks of sellers, comparing them with the total data on how they are behaving in the market, how money is flowing in the market. And I'm using the 4-hour time frame. And looking at this picture is trying to show you that although, let me go to a lower time frame so that I could maybe do a simple understanding. Now I'm using the lower time frame. Looking at this chart down here, let me bring both together. The challenge is that when I go there, let me balance off my chart. And when I go wide, so that I could see, I could move on to see you the prices. When I go wide, okay, let me put it in between here. Now, this is the price. Focus on the price. 13.18 is the price this seller has put in an order. 13.17, it is the price through which this buyer has put in an order. These are just orders. Now, this, you see this one is a robot. You see this one for 5, 5, 5, 5. These ones that come in with smaller amounts repeatedly are robots. Some of you, it's you in Royal Q. People who come in with small amounts, you see, very small amounts, 8 repeatedly. These are robots. And it's very easy. It's very easy for you to recognize very, very small amounts. Usually, these are robots. They usually come in with very small amounts, 6C, very small amounts, 12, 10. Am I making it clear? So these are robots. You can be able to see them. They come in they come in with very small amounts. It may be some of you here in the robot. So I can decide, instead of me looking at the chart, I look at the money flow, comparing it with this tide that is appearing here. Is that clear? I want to look at how this tide is behaving to see who is draining the market. And when I look at the total money flow in the 15 minutes time frame, I can see and say, yes, although the buyers are coming in, the sellers are still stronger. Give me a yes in the chat if that is clear. I'm trying to see if I could bring clarity. Although the buyers are coming in here, according to how money is flowing in the market, if I use the money flow chart, the sellers are stronger. And the tide here is giving me a clear picture. If you look at this tide, it is stronger. The wave is bigger than the wave of buyers. I don't know if I'm clear. The wave of sellers is stronger than the wave of buyers. I'm using 15 minutes. And so, if I'm planning to trade, to enter the market, I would say, if I was going to press in a buy order, the sellers are still stronger than the buyers. That's what I'm trying to explain. But remember, in our discussion, we say, you cannot use one tool to trade the market. That's why I go back to the technical analysis. That's why I go back to the chart. That's why I go back to the chart. And I want to look at this chart very well, using other tools. Yes, I know the sellers are there in the market. They are stronger than the buyers, but I needed to look at the chart the chart using other tools and indicators to help me make a better informed decision. Am I making sense to someone? Give me a yes in the chat if I'm making sense to someone. But now look here. This chart I've opened is in 1 hour. Let me put it in the 15 minutes. Now, using other tools that we have learned before, not at this class, we have learned about the MACD. We have learned about the moving averages. Those who have been here for some time, what are the MACD and the moving averages trying to communicate into your mind? That this coin is going to go down or this coin is going to move up? Those who have been with me for some time. It's on an uptrend. But I have the question. Does it prevent sellers to keep placing their orders? Some answers in the chat. Does this prevent sellers to keep does it prevent sellers to keep pressing in their orders? I'm not discussing indicators. The challenge with most of you, you want to reach the destination. We are still at early stages. Simple understanding. This does not prevent sellers to press in their orders. But if you look at these orders up here, let me open them wide. Let me open these orders wide a little bit. Yes, let me get off this. Let me get off this. Let me get it off. Let me open these orders wide once again for the last time. You see, because, okay. Now look here. Pay closer attention here now. I've opened it wide. Look here. This is the buy order. This one is pressing in an order at a price of 13.28 with 36 DRS coins with the 478. You see that the person is making a sale at this price. He wants to sell at this price and is coming in with 8,198. Now, as these sell orders are coming in, remember this is a war. This is a war. The sellers want the price to come down. The buyers want the price to go up. Give me one in the chat if that is clear. The buyers, the sellers want the price to come down. The buyers want the price to come up. And why do these things happen? It's simple. Someone is looking at this coin and he wants to short the coin. Shorting means he wants the market to come down. He's saying, I want this price to go down. There's someone who wants to long the market. Long, he wants the market to go up. Now, for you, you are in here to see who is going to win the war. You see, these ones are buying here. This one is pressing. You see, he's pressing the price. He wants them when the market gets at this price. He wants to sell. You see this sell order? Can you see this sell order here? Huh? There is a sell order here at 14. Yet the price could be around here at 13.97. He wants that when the market catches this price, let the order happen. Are we making sense? This is general knowledge and I just want you to understand it. And basically, friends, he has pressed his order. But they are coming in with small amounts. Now, these small amounts do not affect the market. And sometimes when you see, let me see the price, 460, 465, 465, 14.6, 14.6, 14.6. 6, 14, 6, 14, 9, 14, 6, 14, 5, 14. Now you see, do you see who sees this? There is a very fast order. I don't know how, and of $35,000. It does. That's why the market went down. Who saw that order? You see this order again? There was a big order of $35,000. Who saw it? That caused the price that was at $14 to come down. You need to pay. There was a big order. I don't know if people saw it, that caused the price to move from $14 to 13 back down. How, if anybody saw the price, if you are paying now, people who trade manually, they pay close attention to these prices to find a perfect entry in the market. It was a very big order of $35,000. And you see, it affected the coin. The coin that was in $14 is now back to 37. Now, it means that the sellers are refusing the market to move up. And because of that order, that big order, it is causing even others to sell. Have you seen an order of $26,000? Now it is causing so many people to sell, and you're going to see the market coming down because they saw a big order. Am I making sense to someone? Because they are paying close attention. You see, there's another order of $26,000 here. Because of that big order, there's another one here of 26,000, 1,000. Now it's causing more people to sell. And you see that instead of the market going up, the market will start going down. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? Now we go back here. The reason why the market might go up, there comes a big order. A big order. And once people notice big orders in the market, they dump the market. If there is a big order, once they notice a big order in the buy, they buy in the market because they know the market's going to go up. Have we learned something? You may not understand everything maybe for the first time, but people who trade manually, they spend quality time on these markets. The reason why they want to notice an opportunity of who is taking who. And you see, since we saw the other big order, how many of you have noticed that this coin started going down? And you see, there is this guy with $2,000, 2001. This one is 500. These are not big orders, but I think you have seen repeated orders of big amounts coming in, and they are affecting the general coin that was going up to $14 to now start going down. And that is how these guys behave in the market. But when we go back the chart, you as a trader, because most people only focus on the charts alone. Now, according to what we have learned, do you understand why this red candle is appearing here? According to what we have learned the other side, do you understand why this red candle is appearing here? According to what we have learned the other side, do you understand why this red candle is appearing here? And now, that's why we use the Royal Q robot to trade. And it should be very clear to everybody that, yes, you entered from here. Yes, you wanted to take your profit around here. But along the journey, as this coin is moving, it will not move like rocket science. You are trying to buy, you want the market to go up, but there's someone who wants to sell, and they are pressing in their orders. Why clear? And so you want to make sure that whenever they will be doing their nonsense, your robot keeps on buying more and pulling your average price closer to the current price. Now I have a question. Is it a good deal for you to trade without margin calls? According to what we have learned so far, is it a good deal for you to trade without margin calls? Because, sometimes you might be doing something because you are interested in profit. But according to what we have learned so far, is it good? Yes, you have seen the indicators are saying the business will be okay. But according to what we have seen so far, is it a good practice for you to trade without margin calls? Because you will get harmed in the war. This is a real war. How many of you have seen that this is a real war? How many of you have seen that this is a real war? This is not a joke. How many of you have seen that it's a real war? It's not a joke. This it is it is a serious venture. How many of you have seen it is a real war? It is not a joke. And how many of you have seen that? The robot saves us from all this burden. How many of you have seen that? The robot saves us from all this burden. Because if you want to be a successful trader, you need to pay attention to all these details if you want results. Hey, you need to pay attention to all these details if you want results. I'm talking about serious results. I'm not talking about people who just focus on moving averages, MACD. You need to see who is doing what in the market. Now, you see, some people usually say, I have big capital. How many of you have seen that even what you are talking about, your big capital, is not big enough? Because while we are doing orders, how many of you saw someone came in with $35,000? Because some people usually say, uh, we have big capital, we have big money. How many of you have seen that your big money is nothing? Because even if we go back to these orders again, the wider picture, as I come to the end of my sharing, even if we go back to these order books again, you'll find that you are just a smaller insect. You are just a smaller insect in the market. You even feel like you were a joker. How many of you have realized that you feel like you are even a joker? Because people are coming in with big funds and move market in their direction. You see now the price is at 1337. And the reason why the market changed is because there was a person who came in with a big sell. He came in with a big order. And because of that big order, they had all to sell off very fast. If you focus, you see someone here is buying with 7,700. This one's coming in with 4. Now the market's going to start to rise. 7,597. Now the buyers are positioning themselves. 882. These are small buyers. Let me check this side. These are weak sellers. They're selling in. This one has come in with 7,500 and what? This one's coming with 13,000. 13,000. Are we noticing the market? Sometimes, you may say the robot is not good enough. The loyalty robot is not helping me make money. But friends, when you go into the details of these markets and see what people are really doing, you discover that's why now when we go back to the chart, the coin, and we are in the 15 minutes time frame. If we go back to maybe some lower time frame, a little bit, let me go in, let me say 5 minutes. Let me go in 5 minutes. Let me clear my chart. So the buyers are trying to come in, but my friend, the sellers are refusing. The sellers are saying apana, 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 apana. And according to what I see, this coin is now going to go down It's going to go down simply because you see we could put in the stochastic RSI here. Even if we go to 1 hour, the sellers are saying apana, buyers, you are done. Your business is done. The sellers are selling off like nobody's business. Let me try to go to 4-hour time frame. Let me try to go into the 4-hour time frame. My main point was basically to show you the order books, how they behave, and this is the 4-hour time frame. Now, does this explain, according to our lesson for today as I come to the end, does this explain why there is a long wick on this candle on the 4-hour time frame? Some answers in the chat. Does this explain why there is a long wick on the 4-hour time frame? Does this explain, according to what we learned today, does it explain why this candle on the 4-hour time frame? Because this is just a bigger picture. We are going to go, someone says, Coach kind of clarify on the difference between the columns. These things are easy. This is amount in DCR, price in USDT. This is total amount, not in terms of money. This is total amount in terms of coins being bought. But when you go to a bigger picture, this is where the USDT now comes in. I don't know if I've made it clear for you. Here it is in terms of coins being bought. The things are clear here. Price, amount in DSR, total in USDT. In USDT, 464 USDT. In USDT, sum in USDT. Amount in DSR, total in USDT, sum in USDT. Is that hard? I hope it is clear for you. It is, you just follow through. It is very clear. I hope you see it is very clear. Very, very clear. Now it's me who changed the parameter. I used the amount. I can use cumulative. Let me take you back. When you come here, you can choose. You can choose. And you be specific. So let's get back to the order book. Has it received my change? Has it received my change? Let me go here. This amount in DSR, the coin, the price, the amount, the total in USDT, the sum in USDT that is being purchased. And it's very easy for you to notice how these markets are moving. So friends, I hope I've spoken enough. And I wish you all the best. Too much of anything is always bad. Someone is saying, but leader, how do you understand all these things? Because things look complex. I like what I do. Just love what you do. Just love what you do. Someone says there is a hand. Just love what you do. But just I think you, I think, I think the reason why I teach you this is to show you how important using the loyalty robot is. How many of you have seen that the robot is very important? No, I don't. How many of you have seen that the robot is very important? How many of you have seen that the robot is very important? Sometimes you may have this robot and you don't take it serious. How many of you have seen that this robot is very important? For you mathematically set your robot, then you sleep. This robot. Uh, this robot is very important, my brother. Me, that's why I don't have the time. Someone raised their hand, but they are not unmuting themselves. But what can I do? That's why I'm here. Someone raised their hand, but they're not unmuting. But he's not unmuting himself, so what can I do? It avoids all this stress. Because for you to trade, you need basically to have all this. You need to look at who is winning, who is there. Someone says, teacher, you went very fast. I need to know the time the coin is going up and the time the coin is going down. I think you will, these are just new classes. I think you will catch up in the coming classes. I will keep on bringing order books time over time until you'll understand them. Trading with order books. I think you'll understand with time. These ones, the hands are up, they are not speaking. So I'm going to just lower their hands.
Yes, good morning, Leader Julius Kabanda. Thank you for the good work that you have been doing for today. In fact, I personally, my name is Howard, and I'm from the Eastern region of Uganda. I've been following all what has been happening, but in most cases, I've been opening Binance. I go to markets, I see the order book, and then I see the buyers and sellers, but I don't know how the things move. So today, I think I've got to understand it very well. And then maybe what I wanted to just say is that I don't know why sometimes when you're observing the buyers and sellers, you are unable to predict where the side is heading. I don't know what causes, but because I've been observing it in Binance, sometimes when I'm trying to look at the market and compare with it, that one which is the trading view. So thank you for what you have been giving us. Thank you so much.
It is easy, Howard, for you to predict. Just I don't know why when we shall try with another exchange, I'll open another exchange. When we shall try with another exchange, Binance does not bring out the wave. Howard, are you there? Just raise up your hand again. I want to just explain. Binance does not bring out the wave very well. I don't know. Binance does not bring out the wave very well. So I think I will come back here with another exchange, maybe Bybit
Yes, please.
or another exchange. Binance does not bring out the wave very well, because when I open it up here with my phone, just let me give you a quick view. Just look here.
Okay, okay.
The PC sometimes does not bring it very clearly. Let us pick the gainers. Let us look at Akin stroke USDT.
Yes.
And let us just go down here. Now,
The market.
you see this is the order book. Okay.
Yes.
And here you can clearly see that the buyers are stronger than the sellers. I don't know if you see that. Do you see it here? The price of orders here, the buyers are a little bit stronger than the orders. And when you go to trades here, you can see how amounts are flowing in, which you cannot see now on a PC. I was trying to look for it the other side. I don't know if you see, you cannot see it on a PC. And on here, if you can use trades this side, you can easily find out using trades, even when you don't open orders. You see who is winning at a certain price.
Okay.
You see, at this price of 3.276 around here, the sellers were winning. Yes. And at this price, the buyers have been winning consistently. So, although some sellers might come in, but you find in the general picture here, You see, the
Yes.
buyers are more than the sellers. But it's also depending on the time frame at which this is happening. I don't know if you see now here, just looking at the general picture. The general picture. So you can have it on the prices. But also to get life very easy for you, you need to look down on the order books and look at the prices of the market. Okay. And now you can confidently say,
personally, I've been looking at the order books together with the trades, and then sometimes I look at the information, and then I look at what is being traded within the last 24 hours, and then I compare with within the trading view, such that it helps me to see how the money is flowing in. So I've been looking via Binance, and then I look at that percentages on how the money is flowing in, and then I come and compare with the order books together with the trades.
But now confidently here, I can be very confident if I look at the chart and the order books to tell you that the buyers are in charge.
Yes.
And the chart is reflecting that. But remember, when we go in continuously into our classes, we shall be able to get to the main factors of support and resistance. And all these must be in play. For example, if I could draw my line at the previous support, this we shall discuss. And I draw my line at the previous resistance. You remember when we are drawing, we draw major support and major resistance. It means that if I could look at the flow of the market, I could decide to have made my entry, particularly on this trade, at this price around here. And I would like to take my profit at this high here. And if you are trading with our simple approach of taking 3%, people never understood why I brought 3%. It is the most maximum easy affordable profit that anybody can take at any time without headache.
Because
you see,
me have been taking 3/4 of what I've measured.
And that is the strategy. And that is
what I've been taking.
That is 2/3 of the journey. And you see, it is my 3%. And this I would confidently take. I'm looking at the order books, and you see still the order books are showing you that the buyers are stronger. So I would have confidently taken my profit. So the reason why I've shared today's data is not to say that you only use order books to trade. That's why in our continuous journey, I'll introduce support and resistance. I'll introduce all these others so that they could help someone make a decision better.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Kabanda. I personally am from the east of this side of Mbale, but most of people are positive this side. But I believe one day we would organize and also be part of that and teach these people this side also, such that we also become to that level. And we are trying our best to organize and see if possible. We see how we can meet and then come up with an issue of meeting together and sharing. Because I see we have very many people want, but they have not had the right person. But we are trying our best. One time we shall invite you to be part of us. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, and have an amazing day. All right, friends, that was just an extra from my brother. I'm not here to go into details about that. I was just trying to answer a question, but the classes are just fresh. And you don't need to get worried. I'm lost. You are very far. You are talking about something I don't know. You don't need all this at this time. Just be patient with yourself. As the classes keep on coming and continuing, you'll be able to get these classes up by hand. God bless you. Have a nice day. 7:30 Monday to Friday. 7:30 Monday to Friday. Come into these classes and be able to learn.